1954. With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, then you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
It's the bad boys of radio.
Yeah.
Here's Jack and Ron.
Oh, yeah. We're here. It's a Monday. We're live at Othellos Italian Restaurant in Edmond. There's another location. It's in Norman. We know everybody's getting ready to go back to school. College going to be open. Everything going on. Yeah. So, sure enough, we're ready to go here at Othellos Italian Restaurant in Edmond at 1 South Broadway in historic downtown Edmond. And love to have you be a part of their incredible food sometime. You love Italian food? Oh, my God. Pasta dishes, chicken, seafood.
No, just get right down to it. The desserts. Oh, boy.
Yeah, the desserts are incredible. You ever see that coconut cream pie? It's about yay big, like that. It's huge. So good.
And guys, I tell you what, ladies, this is where you want to come. Guys, this is where you want to come to make sure that everything is safe. You're not in trouble or anything else like that. You bring your date here.
Yeah.
And when you walk out of that door, you'll walk out hand in hand and in love.
You'll be one happy individual. No doubt about it.
And we got the Olympics going on, so we have a couple of special Too Tough trivia questions that concern the Olympics.
All right.
And one we'll need to get answered now, and got a couple of questions. One, you can go ahead and send us your comment as to what you think the answer is. So actually, you're in on both of them.
All right, very well. Meanwhile, we got to thank the great folks at Flasholr. Been a longtime sponsor of this outstanding #1 video podcast in America. Mm-hmm. Flasholr, the game changer in the moving industry. And if you only want to move a chair, an ottoman, sofa, refrigerator, or free, whatever, they can take care of that, and they can do it like within a matter of hours. You just contact Flasholr, go to the website, Flasholr, FLASHOLR.com. That's Flasholr.com.
They'll pack it for you, and they'll unpack it for you.
Oh, yeah.
And also, Howard Harris Funeral Services. Yeah, they're with us, my friend. They're providing elite and professional service with distinction. I mean, this is your final journey, and you can go ahead and let them know exactly how you want to go. Mm-hmm. All you need to do is check with their funeral director and insurance counselor, Audrey Howard Harris, and call her at 405-682-1883. I wonder if she minds us giving out her private number like this. Anyway, 405.
We'll find out.
682-1883. And they also offer will and estate planning. We'll tell you more about that a little bit later on in the program.
There you go. So we've got the wonderful folks at Othellos helping us out, letting us take over this place each and every Monday at noon. Be sure to share this video, share this podcast with everybody you know, every one of your friends, relatives, pet monkey, or whoever. We've got a lot to cover here. Oh, wanted to mention, too, we have a website, jackandron.com. jackandron.com. And we got a YouTube page, The Jack and Ron Show on YouTube. We got a phone number, 405-509-5030, if you want to contact us.
Wait a minminute.
Write that down.
Go ahead. Let people get a chance to grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and it's
405-509-5030.
5030. Now, have you had a chance to write that down, folks?
405-509-5030.
You can talk to us directly.
Yeah.
Right here, right now.
Oh, yeah, simple enough. And we have to thank Richard, who is the executive director, producer. We don't know what the hell his real title is. All we know is he comes in every week and sets all this crap up so we can do this #1 video podcast in America. And thanks again for making this the #1 video podcast in America.
Thank you.
All right, now, shall we get to Too Tough Trivia to kick things off?
All right, first Olympic question. Only 2 countries have participated in every game at the Olympics since they started in 1896. What are these 2 countries? Only 2 countries have done this.
Greece and the United States.
Wow, that's wrong.
Oh,
okay.
Because the Olympics began, if I'm not mistaken, in 1776 in Greece. Is that Olympia, Greece, as a matter of fact?
Yeah, but not the Olympics as they are,
Today,
as we know them today. All right, that's one. I'm
Yeah.
going to give you 2 Olympic questions.
Oh, no. Mm-hmm. Oh, my.
What's special about croquet, polo, and the tug of war in the Olympics?
They're only played by men?
No, that's a rotten guess, actually.
Really? I thought maybe that was a good. Richard, do you have any idea? Any idea on either one of them?
Say that question one more time. The first one, I felt like you was on point.
With Greece and the
Greece
United
one of the answers?
What
Was
now,
Greece-
see now I'm getting grilled again.
Well, we just want half. We want to know.
What's special about croquet, polo, and tug of war in the Olympics?
See, I was
They were
going
the
to.
first events.
They were the what?
They were the first events
First
ever.
events.
No,
Good.
no.
I was going to say first they're all played with mallets, but tug of war isn't. But polo and croquet are both played with a mallet.
Well, tug of war ended up being with mallets at some time when folks got upset and they, no.
Well, I guess we don't know, and we won't find out the answers till the end of this video podcast, which is coming up at just before 1:00.
So you can go ahead and let us know. You can go ahead and send us your answer.
Yeah.
You can call and give us your answer, and we can go from there. But 2 Olympic questions, and boy, the Olympics, man, did you see the basketball game?
Oh, I did, man.
Kevin Durant,
He was on fire.
the first half did not miss a shot.
He had like 21 points by the first half.
He shot 5 3-pointers, made them all.
He was unbelievable.
And he just put the ball in his hand, and everybody starts running down to the other end of the court because they know he's going to make it.
Because the announcer said he was really.
He was, yeah.
One of the announcers said, the idea is give it to Kevin if you want it to be a money deal, because Kevin was hitting everything.
Yep.
He was unreal.
And I'll tell you what, LeBron James, I didn't know he's 39 now?
Yeah.
About to be 40 years old.
Yeah.
They call him Captain America right now.
Yeah, and let me tell you, man, when you see him coming at you with
Choo-choo.
drive
It's a
into the
train.
basket, it might be wise for you just let him
Step
have
out of
it.
the way.
Yeah, let him have it.
I'll tell you why, because one time I was at a Thunder game when LeBron was in town playing the Thunder when he, I guess he was with LA at the time, or maybe it was Cleveland. Anyway, I'm courtside. I had really good seats that a friend had given me because he couldn't use them. Courtside, and LeBron is like twice the size of any other human. I mean, and proportionately, he is so big. I mean, everything. It's not, a lot of guys, they build up their chest and their arms and everything, and then the legs don't really. Every part of this guy is just massive, and he's not like overweight or anything like that.
Just big.
Yeah,
man.
he's
just
a big guy.
Yeah, and I
never
was
saw
looking at
anybody
a lot
that
of
big.
the other players that we had on our team, and man, they up against Serbia that we were. Man,
Joker was giving them a hard time.
oh
First half.
yeah.
Jokic was the only one on that team that really, once they pulled him out to give him a rest, man, we went to town. Anyway, also, one of the other events that I saw that I really was enjoying, because I've just recently become a soccer fan because my granddaughters are into soccer. The ladies' USA soccer team beat Germany 4-1. That was long. And Tiffany Rodman had an incredible assist in that game. She's the daughter of Dennis Rodman, and she is phenomenal. What a great player she is.
So what I did not know. This could have been a question as well. How many Olympians did America send?
Ooh. They announced that during the opening ceremony, and I forget. I want to say 230.
That's close, but it's wrong. You need to go a little higher.
Higher. Richard, you got any idea?
Is it 536?
I'll just give it to you. It's 500.
Wow.
We sent 500 Olympians, and it was just unbelievable. I was a little concerned at first. I was watching a little bit of the gymnastics, and Simone Biles, something was wrong with her leg, and she had to leave the floor for a little bit. They went back, and I guess and taped it, and then she came out and showed out.
All three of them killed it.
Yeah.
They all got the first top 3.
Yeah, I love the announcer. She doesn't have to really pull out her best stuff right now. She's going to be in the finals. But she went out and did it anyway.
She was so good.
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
amazing.
We got to say hi to Eric Rutledge, who's checking us out online today. Hey, Eric, thanks. And who else?
Arissa and Martinez Flores.
Yeah, man, that's a great name. Arisa and Martinez Flores. Well, thanks for checking it out.
Yeah.
Be sure to share this video podcast with all your friends and loved ones. Appreciate it.
And don't forget, there are at least a couple of ways you can go ahead and get in touch with us to voice whatever it is on your mind at this particular time, or to answer those real, just super easy, I don't know, ask a kindergartner the Olympic Too Tough trivia questions.
There you go. All right, we got to do Asinine Trivia. This is where we quiz Richard, the producer, with Asinine Trivia, which is trivia so easy.
Yeah.
It's asinine. And we do it each and every week. Are you ready, Richard?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So far, so good. Question 1. What household pet says meow?
Cat.
There you go. All right.
Y'all ever cat owners?
I'm not a cat owner. No.
Well,
You ever owned a cat?
No. I've owned a cat before, and I didn't like it because the cat tried to run the house. But cat's not a good subject these days if you're a Republican. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Question number 2. In a real emergency, what 3-digit phone number should you dial?
911.
You got it. Good
There's
job.
a bunch of nice different 3-digit numbers we can call.
Yeah, but I mean, for an emergency,
911.
911. Yeah. Is 411 still a thing?
That's
I mean,
all-
you used
that's
to
the
be
first
able
thing
to.
that popped in my head.
Yeah.
411.
Well,
That was for
And then I think-
information, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
I
it
think
was,
998, isn't that the suicidal hotline?
I don't know. I've never needed it.
Congratulations, Jack.
that gets me. Can you imagine being at home and you have to have a sheet of paper up there by the phone
To tell you what number to call.
486 625 693. You know, all that. Yeah.
Well, there's quite a few of those.
Yes,
right?
it is. 988.
988.
For people who are suffering.
People are having suicidal tendencies.
988.
I know they have
You
one
can
for
chat
like.
or text.
Is that who they want? Can they remember to call if they have these tendencies? Can they fight that to pick up that phone and
Hopefully
dial
so.
it? Yeah.
Never
buddy.
thought about that.
Yeah.
I think there's also one for the electric or utility company. If you're going to
Yes, there
dig,
is.
there's a 3-digit number for
There
that.
is. Yeah, I've called it once.
Have
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
They did a good job too. They popped up next day and
No
knocked out
kidding.
the yard.
Yeah, what about same day? Anyway,
What's
also,
the last question though?
Oh, last question on Asinine Trivia. Here we go. Name the 2 guys who have won more broadcast awards than any other broadcasters in Oklahoma, including the recent national award presented by the National Broadcast Organization, Radio's Got Talent, as the best broadcasters in America, and who also enjoy bathing in a tub filled with orange Julius as they eat chicken wings with ranch dressing and sing Who Let the Dogs Out while playing video game Postal 2. Oh, and who also performed the #1 video podcast in America.
what a busy group of guys.
Jack and Ron.
Yay.
What video game did you say you were playing?
Postal 2.
Oh, Postal 2.
Yeah. Postal 2.
Yeah, that's what it was, Eric. It was the time and temp number.
Which one was
411.
Time and temp was information where you'd call and say,
Yeah, that's what Eric was saying. in
you'd
chat.
call and say, hey, I'm looking for the number for John White.
Oh, whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And it was like directory assistance, 411.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Now-
I think eventually it changed into just the automotive.
Maybe the weather.
Now what about Zero? What was Zero?
That was-
the
That was the operator.
Yeah, that was
That
the
was-
operator. Wouldn't she do the same thing?
I don't know. Usually they won't. I thought the operator was for special, almost like an emergency thing, like operator, get me the police, that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, maybe. I'm just trying.
My wife's holding a gun on me.
I'm trying to figure out ways to drop some of these numbers, man. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I don't think they're around no more.
What operators?
I think the
Like,
operator
there's
might
Zero
exist,
right now on your phone. It's going to take you to T-Mobile or Verizon.
Oh, really?
but wow.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe we should do that next week. Next week, we should have a segment where we pull except 911 and just
Yeah, except 911. Yeah, we don't want that. Couple of things I want to touch on. Okay, you remember Billy Mays? He died in 2009. Billy Mays. Do you remember
an
him?
infomercial guy, right?
Yeah, infomercial guy did
Yeah.
OxyClean,
OxyClean,
and he
that's right,
did
yeah. He died in 2009?
2009, June 28th, 2009, at the age of 50. That's 15 years ago.
long time ago.
But here's the deal. I saw him last night on what's it called? Mighty Mend It. Where
Yes, I was about to say that he came out. I'm Billy Mays. I said, wait a minute,
you're
aren't
dead.
you supposed to be dead?
Really? I watched it
How long was
twice
this?
now in a week's time. I saw it last night again. They ran a Billy Mays commercial for Mighty Mend It, which is like if the hem on your pants came undone, you could take, it's like a glue and you put it there.
It must be something
Hopefully
they
his family's
had
getting
for a
real
long
seat.
time ago, because this Billy Mays was a little thinner. He
Oh, this was the real Billy
small.
Mays.
Yeah, and I'm saying, what? He was kind of heavy. I thought he looked kind of slim.
Well, he lost some weight because of the cocaine addiction. Anyway, well, I know his wife found him dead in bed on June 28th, 2009.
Their bed, right?
I believe so. And I was told the coroner, the guy who did the autopsy, medical examiner, said he had cocaine in his system. So that might have been part of it. I was going to mention yesterday, I was at Chicken Shack. You been to the Chicken Shack? Either one of you guys? Yeah. Out there in Arcadia, I guess, down on Route 66. The lady, Jane, the manager, she's like in her 30s, pretty young, comes up and goes, "Hey, I used to listen to you guys all the time. Why did the company do away with your show? What were they thinking?" And I said, they weren't. And so I just explained to her how it all went down with this company filing bankruptcy and all that crap. But she was a huge, huge Jack and Ron supporter and listener.
Yeah.
Really nice to
Yeah, I get those
meet
questions every once in a while, and sometimes I before I answer, I stop. I said, do I want to tell them the truth, or do I want to tell them the truth as I see it?
her. Yeah.
And they pretty much merge. But at any rate, today, a special day, National Wing Day, folks. And there are a number of companies and businesses, fast food places that have wing specials that are going on. I only have two of them here. Popeyes says you buy 6 and get another 6 for $1.
That's a hell of a deal right there.
Yeah. And again, this is what's going on nationwide. Hopefully, Oklahoma has jumped in and they're doing what the main company is saying to do. And Hooters, buy 10, you get 10.
Wow. 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah, you buy
Hell of a
10,
deal.
you get 10.
All right.
Well, Popeyes, it costs you $1 to get 6 more wings if you buy 6. So
Buy 10, get 10.
National Wing Day today. And if there's a place that we didn't mention, we only mentioned 2, you can, and they have wings, you might see what kind of specials they have going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, got to say hi to Marianne Miller, who's checking out the show. Thank you, Marianne. I wanted to mention something real quick with regards to the Oklahoma lottery. You know, these lotteries that you may or may not play, if you look at the national ones like Powerball, Mega Million and all, they use like a basket or whatever it is, rotating deal with a bunch of ping pong balls in it.
Yeah.
And the air, whatever it is, the air thing blows the ping pong ball up, into the chute, and then that's one of the numbers. It might be number 12, number 38, and all that to get the 6 numbers that are relevant that day or whatever. But in Oklahoma, they use a computer program to randomly select the winning numbers. I've just always figured if you have any computer program, I think, is hackable. Look what happened last week with all the airlines. And about 2 months ago, or maybe just a month ago, there were 18,000 car dealers affected when there was some kind of a hack that went down. And they all use the same software program for their sales and accountability and all that crap. So if that can happen, don't you think a little Oklahoma lottery might be?
I have thought that for so long,
Me too.
especially, I won't mention which games, but when you're getting close. One more. And it's always that one more that you never get. Or it lines up like, okay, this is going to be it. This is going to be it. And it never does. And I said, you know what? It's easy. I need 64. Well, here's 63.
There you go.
Here's 62. Here's 65. I said, something doesn't seem right. I agree with you 1,000%.
I'm not being accusatory, as they say, but I just question it because it's only the Oklahoma Pick 3 and the Oklahoma Cash 5 lotteries that use a computer system, at least in the state of Oklahoma. All the others like Mega Million, Lucky for Life, Powerball, they're all done basically nationally, more or less, and they use the ping pong ball method, which at least you can watch the ball pop up or whatever.
Yeah,
but with
they
the
do it live
computer,
where you can see it.
yeah, but the computer generated deal. Here's one example for you. Last week, and I know the number 7 is very considered to be a very lucky number. Last week, one day on the pick 3, it came up 777, and I looked to see how many people picked those. And there were 162 people. And I'm thinking, most days, whatever the number is, it's like 15, 20, 30, maybe 40. But on this given day, and I know 7 is a lucky number, but 162 people. So I'm thinking, well, maybe the system isn't so infallible. Maybe somebody's able to get in there and play with it. And then instead of going out and buying one ticket for $1, you go out and buy 30 or 40. I mean, 162 people got 777, and each one of them won $500. Now, if you went out,
Have you guys seen that one movie?
Huh?
With
John Travolta?
No, the guy from Breaking Bad.
I remember that. Yeah,
When him and his wife was rigging the lottery.
Yeah.
Not rigging
Yeah.
it, but they figured out how.
they figured out how.
Yeah. I haven't watched it
I think
yet.
they were in
I wanna
Michigan
watch
or
it. They're
Maryland.
Like, Massachusetts, I think.
Massachusetts.
Somewhere on the East Coast, yeah.
Massachusetts. I did
Was it a
watch
good
it.
movie?
It's worth watching.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're interested in knowing, eventually they.
It seemed like a nice, wholesome movie.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, yeah. I mean, there may be some anger and questions raised after watching the movie,
Brian, that's his name.
yeah,
Brian Cranston.
that's right.
That's right. That was. I'm trying moving some papers around over here. That was really an interesting concept because they figured it out, and they were buying like hundreds and thousands of
Yeah,
tickets.
they're dropping like 15.
They would go.
20,000.
Yeah, they were dropping a ton, but they were making a ton. They had family members and everybody else involved, and they figured out some way. And I think he was like a mathematician or something. And
I can't remember. Like I said, I only seen like just clips of it on.
it's worth watching.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just saying, it seemed really unusual that on one given day, because the Pick 3 lottery is played every single day, 365 days a year in Oklahoma. And this Pick 3 is an Oklahoma only lottery. And on that given day, 162 people, 162 tickets were sold, 777.
Were you slightly mad that you didn't do it?
Well, I would, yeah. I mean, because I'm sitting there looking at it going, wait a minute. How can that be?
777.
I asked the guys at the store, the guys who sell the tickets, I'll ask them for a payout sheet. And that day when I knew it came up 777, I said, give me a payout sheet so I can see how many won the $500 and how many won whatever. And that's when it showed 162 people. That does seem a little inordinate, doesn't it? A little out of the ordinary.
Of course it does.
Yeah, especially when you don't win.
Yeah. I mean, that, oh, man.
A little out of the ordinary, maybe?
At that point, sometimes I start to wonder because I went away from the lottery per se lottery and just did scratchers for a while.
Yeah.
Which I didn't have any big luck with that. Buddy of mine won about $2,500.
Whoa.
That's lucky.
That's nice.
But he was always buying the $10 and $20 scratchers.
Oh,
I can't buy those.
those $20, $30, now they even have a $100
Yeah.
scratch ticket. And I'm like, I got to stay away from that one.
Yeah.
I mean, once they hit the $20 and $30 tickets, I'm like, I'll back off on those scratchers. That's a little high dollar.
Yeah, come in. Give me that $3
Yeah.
deal over there, would you
That
please?
$3 bingo ticket.
Yeah, that says you could win up to $30,000.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how many $30,000 winners do they have? It's one, isn't it?
No, I look it up.
I mean, you and they
I
have
go into the
different-
website and they show what the odds are and how many of those prizes. Usually on the big prize, they have 3 of the big prize. And then the next level down, say the prize is 30 grand, they'll have 3 of those. And you go next step down, maybe it's 10 grand, they'll have like 2 of those. And then stepwise it goes all the way down. And like the $2 winners, I'd have 100,000 of those, because $2 is nothing considering how much money they're making.
Yeah, $2 is thanks for coming.
Yeah. Speaking of money, and speaking of the Olympics, we were talking about the Olympics, the opening ceremony. Celine Dion sang, and I don't understand French, but boy, that woman's got one hell of a voice.
Yes.
She was paid $2 million for that one song. $2 million.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And see, now,
She messed it up.
not that many people know that. They felt, because she had mentioned it before, that she just felt so patriotic or just so
She's so compelled
caught up.
to come play.
Yeah, and she's going to come and sing no matter what. She's singing. Yeah, $2 million. Yeah,
I can do that.
Hell, I'll come sing for $2
I'd
million.
have somebody, prop me up. If I can't stand it, put me in a chair, whatever.
And I'll learn to speak French.
And then they had the little horse running down the river on that little.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What about the opening ceremony?
It's creepy.
I didn't. The opening ceremony.
I'm not even talking religiously.
I didn't.
I'm just saying it was all over the place.
Well, they
Yeah.
kind of claimed, people were saying that, it was mocking the Last Supper. But then I kind of investigated it because
I think they were paying more homage to like
Greek.
Apollo,
Yeah,
Greek
because I studied, when I was in college, I took Greek mythology. And what the guy, Thomas Jolly, is the guy who put that whole presentation together. He was honoring Dionysus, the
Dionysus.
god of celebration, with what they were doing, and honoring the whole Greek thing, because Greece is where the first Olympics took place, in Olympia, Greece. So the whole thing was to honor the first celebration of the Olympics, based on the original Olympics in Greece. And all these other people were saying it was the Last Supper. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, how'd you come
Where'd
up
you
with
come
that?
up with that?
Especially when you look at the
What?
entire presentation.
Yeah.
And it's like, look at all these people. There weren't that many people at the Last Supper. So how can you say that?
No,
And
it was to honor Greece. And I read a comment later that he later was on I think a BBC or maybe a French TV show, and they asked him about it, and he said he would never do anything to mock or denigrate anyone. He said it had nothing to do with the Last Supper.
Well, that's what I'd say too. Anyway.
Yeah, me too. Of course. But by the way, I wanted to make a quick mention. A guy that I really, really like passed away, 90 years old, so he used most of the runway. John Mayall. John Mayall was basically the godfather of the British blues. He was a tremendous performer, and he had so many people come in and out of his band and whatever over the years. John, what was his name? John, God, trying to remember the guy's name who was with Fleetwood Mac. Well, Mick Fleetwood was one of the guys, and Peter Green, who was also became a member of Fleetwood Mac. But then Eric Clapton, who also played with John Mayall.
Yeah.
And
who was Entwistle with?
John Entwistle was with The Who.
Gotcha. Okay.
And Jack Bruce also played, and Jack Bruce and Eric Clapton eventually formed the band Cream. One of my favorite bands, Cream. Always liked them. Anyway, John Mayall, the godfather of British blues, passed away. He was really, really good.
All right. Well, my friend, we have talked a lot.
Yeah.
And our time is such that now we got to put it in another gear.
Yeah, we got to get to the audio that we present each and every week. We got a good one for you. A Tennessee store clerk. We were talking about the lottery a little while ago. Tennessee store clerk stole the $1 million lottery ticket from a customer, and he was caught when he tried to cash it in as his own ticket. The rightful owner was told he was a winner, and the clerk is now facing a felony theft charge.
No, wait a minute. How do you steal this ticket?
Here's how I understand it to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a ticket.
Don't let me
and you tell
wait
the
outside
clerk,
for somebody.
And you tell the clerk, check the ticket, let me know if it's a winner. And he checks and goes, nah, it's not a winner. So the guy throws it away. Clerk goes and takes it out of the trash, knowing it was a winner. And then he goes to cash it in. Anyway.
Cameras are everywhere.
Yeah. Here's Lieutenant.
Yeah, see, go ahead.
Oh, there's a detective. His name is Steve Craig. He explains what's happening. Listen here.
If you scratch off the front barcode, it'll tell you if it's a winner or not, regardless of whether you scratch off everything showing how much you've won. He threw it on top of the trash, as that gentleman left, he took the trash outside. And if you follow him on the camera, you can see him grab the ticket, put it in his pocket. He went to the Tennessee Lottery Commission to claim the ticket as his own. And through their normal line of questioning, there were enough red flags for them to say, hey, you need to get all your affairs in order and come back to us, and we're going to hold on to the ticket.
Wait a minute. What
he did
what
was
do you check out? What do you check out? Here, I bought this ticket.
Yeah.
It's mine. Here's the winner. All right, give me my money. What do you check out?
You can scratch out without actually scratching the ticket to see, if you match this number with that match. You can scratch that barcode at the bottom and just run it through the machine, and it'll tell you if you're a winner or not.
Congrats.
So that's what he did.
Congratulations.
You're a winner. Yeah. Well, so what the guy, here's what
I don't hear that often enough.
The clerk did. One of the tickets was a winner for $40. So when he ran the ticket and said, congratulations, you're a winner. Oh, yeah, you won $40. So he gave him the $40, took that ticket to cash in for the lottery and told him the other ticket was a loser, which it wasn't. Then he took that one out of the trash and was $1 million winner. And there you go.
How many people are going to get checked now if you buy a lottery ticket or anything else? Because a lot of them say, hey, if they check it and they say it's not a winner, have them give it back to you.
Oh, yeah.
Not throw it away, but just have them give it right back to you.
Well, there's also a deal on the Oklahoma ticket. You can scan tickets. It might take my phone. I can scan the ticket. Tells you right away if it's a winner or not. So you don't have to take it to the clerk if you don't want.
Man, I tell you, as we entered big time America with lottery and everything else, a whole new set of problems.
Oh, yeah. All right, we got to take a break because we're starting to run behind because we had so much crap to cover, and we've got more to come. Please share this podcast, the #1 video podcast in America. Share it with all your friends, okay? All right, we'll take a break. Be right back. Hang on.
Hey, Jack, BK, I need some wings. Are you guys up there?
Affirmative. Your backup is cloud-based. It's all on the cloud nowadays.
That's funny. But you guys have the wings?
Winger, Jack, winger. Winger. Hey, they had a couple of big hits back in the 80s, remember? Winger, big hair.
Great wings don't just fall from the sky. They come from Louie's, where we're preparing food fresh daily. Come try one of our great new sandwiches. Or wings with any of 7 delicious sauces. Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
We've got this down to a science. Over. Yeah, we're just not up here winging it.
Hey, Al, I thought we were meeting at Othellos.
Hey, Jack, I am at Othellos.
Well, I'm looking around, and I don't see you. Well, wait, are you at Othellos in Edmond?
No, I'm at Othellos in Campus Corner in Norman.
Oh, great. Well, fortunately, both Othellos have great Italian food.
They sure do, and I'm having the baked ziti.
Ooh, I'm having chicken marsala.
Let's continue with the meeting.
Yeah, sure thing, over the phone, but I need one thing.
What's that?
Your credit card number, because you're buying Othello's Italian Restaurant on Campus Corner in Norman and in downtown Edmond. At Othello's Italian Restaurant in Edmond, the #1 video podcast in America with Jack Dam Elliott, Ron Dem Williams. Got to mention Flasholr, a longtime sponsor of this program. Flasholr, I guess they're basically the game changer in the moving industry. And they've now integrated with every senior citizen center in the state of Oklahoma. Every single one of them here in the state of Oklahoma. So what they do is they actually have the blueprints of every one of the apartments or living quarters in the senior centers. Every one of them.
That's not a creepy thing.
No.
It's a good thing.
Because when you decide you want to downsize, move to a senior center or whatever, or maybe an aunt, uncle, or grandparent is, well, then you can look at the floor plan and decide, well, do you want this size? Do you want the 1,000 square foot or the 1,200 square foot? Anyway, they're the game changers. They can do it all for you. They'll pack it up. They'll move it. And they don't just do entire households of stuff. They'll move like a refrigerator or a washer and dryer or whatever, a couch, a sofa. They do it all. They've got drivers and trucks all over the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, let them do all the heavy work for you. I mean, after all, you're going to have to pay.
Yeah.
Let them earn that money.
Like we say, Uber moves people. Flasholr moves merchandise. So give them a shout. Check them out online. You can go to flasholr.com, FLASHOLR.com, flasholr.com. They'll help you out.
All right, my friend. Hey, and I'll tell you what, if you need some help talking about later on down the line as you take this final journey, you can go ahead and get that help right now, courtesy of Howard Harris Funeral Services, my friend. They provide elite with professionalism and distinction. I mean, after all, this is the last time folks are going to see you. Hey, you want to go ahead and go out the way you want to. Now, this is the ability to plan your final journey yourself with the pre-need funeral package. Now, there are several pre-plans that are offered to you, and you'll have a skilled counselor to help you choose the right plan service customizations, and dignified memorial services. And the licensed funeral director and insurance counselor, Audrey Howard Harris, is at your service. You can call her right now, 405-682-1883. That's 405-682-1883. And they also offer will and estate planning, my friend. So, you get that peace of mind, man.
Oh, yeah, you'll get peace of mind with advanced funeral planning. And it spares your loved ones all the added grief of that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Customized services just for you. Again, contact Audrey at 405-682-1883.
Yeah, make sure your life is celebrated the way you want, with professionalism and distinction.
Excellent. All right, I believe we've got to get to some email, and then we've got Roy, the movie guy. By the way, Roy is checking us out. He's online watching the show today.
What's up, bro?
And so is Sharita Barrett. Hey, Sharita, how are you? Thanks for checking it out. Be sure to share this video podcast with everybody you know, everybody, and all the friends on your site.
All right. Dear Jack and Ron,
Uh-huh.
my son is a female magnet. Seems he has a different girlfriend each month. I've told him to be careful, but he says, hey, Dad, I got it all under control. He'll be a senior in high school this year and now has started to come in late from dates and other little appointments. He told me he is having sex.
Oh.
Which scares me.
Oh.
How do I reel him in? Guys, what do you think?
God, you're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah. I never had to worry about anybody reeling me in.
No, me neither.
They never had that problem.
I hear this guy's situation. I'm like, go, Tiger, go.
Yeah, you want to do that, but young kids, man, talking about high school kids, you want to be careful. You think about your further education, maybe going to college or whatever, and you can't do that. All three of you. I said three of you.
Three, yeah.
Yeah. And you want to do if he's having a good time, there's nothing wrong with that. But man, you've got to drive some common sense into his head. Like, man, don't enjoy yourself, but don't take advantage of it.
Yeah, don't go overboard. Yeah. Oh, we got to say hi to my good friend Dan Purvis. He's checking us out today. Dan just had hip replacement surgery on Monday. And so, Dan, hope you're doing well. Hope you're on the mend, my friend. Hope you're on the mend. And if you need anything, call Ron.
Dylan Cruz. Dylan, how you doing, man? We got you too.
Dylan is with us again today.
Roy's
That's
saying,
great.
come on.
All right.
Come on.
We got to get to Roy, the movie guy. Find out what last week he covered Twister, which obviously was the blockbuster of the week, all shot right here in Oklahoma. Let's see what Roy has on his mind today. Hello, Roy.
Thank you, guys. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Now let's talk some box office numbers and what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Coming in at number 5 was Long Legs with $6.8 million. Coming in at number 4 was Inside Out 2 with $8.3 million. Despicable Me 4 was number 3 at $14.2 million. Twisters came in at number 2 with another $35.3 million. And your new number 1 movie, no surprise, is Deadpool and Wolverine with $205 million at the box office. I did see this movie 4 times already. That's how good this movie is. Go out and see Deadpool and Wolverine. Of course, I tried to avoid the spoilers and the surprises by seeing this movie as soon as possible. Now let's talk about what's opening up this weekend at the box office. We have 2 titles. The first one is Harold and the Purple Crayon, starring Zachary Levi, Zoe Deschanel, Little Rel Howery, and Alfred Molina. Based on the 1955 children's book of the same title by Crockett Johnson, the film serves as a sequel to the original book, where after the adventures of Harold grows up with his magical purple crayon and draws himself off the book's pages and into the physical world, he finds that he has a lot to learn about real life. Rated PG with a runtime of 1 hour and 30 minutes long. Up next, we have the new M. Night Shyamalan thriller mystery movie called Trap, starring Josh Hartnett. A man and his teenage daughter realize they're at a center of a dark and sinister event while watching a concert. Rated PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour and 45 minutes long. And that's a look at what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Back to you guys in the studio.
And, Wolverine and Deadpool,
right?
The 8th largest opening ever.
In history.
Wow.
And
I think...
What did he say, 205 million?
205 million. Last week we were talking about that. I was saying about 150, and you guys, obviously with your feet on the ground, realize that. And it's the highest R-rated movie, if I'm not mistaken, the highest R-rated movie money-wise ever. So
that's pretty huge. And he was talking about the Purple Crayon movie, which is that anime? Is that animated? Do you know?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It could be, but I don't. I'll put it this way: I have no idea.
What was it, Johnny and the Purple Crayon, or some such thing? I don't know. All I know is the Purple Crayon was mentioned. So when he said that, I immediately thought animation, but maybe not.
Well,
I guess Roy can.
No, it's not.
It's not. Okay. Very good.
Yeah, at least it don't look like it.
Has any of you guys seen the movie Twisters, the new one?
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. It might be. I don't think it is.
I was invited to that premiere thing, and I couldn't go because I had a sprinkler guy out there working on my sprinkler system that was going funky.
Well, I got a streaming service, and I was about to watch it, and I said, I can't believe it. And I had to go.
Is it on the streaming service?
It was on one of mine. I'll tell you which one.
Okay.
And after that, I was saying, okay, let me go back and watch it. I couldn't find it.
Oh, damn.
It wouldn't come up. And I said, boy, I could have watched. So anyway, what I've been hearing about it is it's really, really good. And as far as Roy is saying, yeah, Twisters was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at some shots they were taking at Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know who it was, and they didn't put their name down, which is lets you know how much they stand behind their statement.
Anonymity, man.
Yeah, and they were saying, well, it was a joke. It was this. No, $205 million is no joke to anybody.
No.
Check out the movie. I know I'm going.
All right. Got some more audio to get to this morning, or this afternoon. It is afternoon. This is interesting. It's a dad who takes his kids to Texas Roadhouse to eat, and he's got a hack for saving money at the restaurant, and it's kind of gone viral. So anyway, takes his 4 kids to Texas Roadhouse. Well, we'll listen to what he does here, and then I'll kind of re-explain it. Listen to the guy.
Get the pulled pork sandwich. This thing's giant. You have all these free rolls. So you take pulled pork and you make mini pulled pork sandwiches. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 4, and the older kids want 2. Okay, we'll get 6. And there's still a full pulled pork sandwich. I also just got a side of fries. So
$12.49 for the pulled pork sandwich, $3.49 for the fries, so $17.30.
Okay, here's what he did. It's kind of hard to hear with all the background noise. He goes to Texas Roadhouse with his 4 kids and his wife. And, Texas Roadhouse, they give you those rolls. It's part of the deal. It's like a free appetizer. So he orders a pulled pork sandwich, and they give you quite a bit of pulled pork. He takes the rolls, he cuts them in half, and takes pulled pork from his sandwich, puts it on 4 of the other ones for his kids and his wife, and then then he still has his.
Yeah.
So his total was $17.30, fed the whole family. I don't know how Texas Roadhouse feels about you coming in there, ordering one sandwich, eating all those, having all the rolls, cutting them in half and putting the pulled pork on there. But what are they going to do? Kick them out?
I was about to say, he ordered the pulled pork sandwich. Did he pay for it? Yeah. Okay. And from that point on, it's his.
Yeah. Well, because I think the concept at Texas Roadhouse is if you come in, your kid's going to order a kid meal. You and your spouse or whoever going to order an adult entree. And so they give you all those rolls to go along with it as kind of a, thank you for coming to the restaurant.
Uh-huh.
But this idea of coming in and getting like 2 huge baskets of rolls so that a couple of the kids could have 2 sandwiches. But now remember, he got all those sandwiches made from one pulled pork sandwich. I think Texas Roadhouse going to cut back on the amount of pulled pork they put on those sandwiches.
Or have some new rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, I'm always in favor of the customer. I'm saying, hey, if you figured out a way to feed your family, maybe you didn't have that much money and you wanted to feed your family, they wanted to go there, they went there and look at it this way, Texas Roadhouse, you got some pub out of it, okay?
Yeah, you got a lot of pub.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get to
News of the I'll Be Damned.
How about that? Oh, yeah. Time for a little news of the I'll Be Damned. All right. Hey, this is kind of interesting. Pimple patches. Pimple patches you put on your face because you've had, pimples. It's a huge fashion trend now. The Washington Post did a big story on it this month, and so did the New York Post. They're little stickers that go on your face to cover your zits, and they're medicated. So they keep bacteria out and help them heal. not a new product, but all of a sudden they're becoming like a big thing. It's like a trend. And nobody knows where the trend came from of just wearing the damn things for no reason. They have some new ones, too, that are internationally bold. Like you're almost bragging about how many zits you have. And they've gotten more and more popular the last couple of years. Stars are the most common. They have a little star shape. But they come in different shapes. You can get them in different colors to coordinate with your outfits. If you're wearing like a black shirt, you might want a black patch. If you're wearing a blue shirt, owning your acne is a big part of why it's trendy, they say. So you could have 15 zits in your face and now show up to school looking fabulous. I mean fabulous. All 15 patches on your face.
Good God.
And if you're interested in getting some, the biggest brand is called Starface. Starface. They say they've been selling about 500 patches a minute over the past year. Wow. How do they keep up with it?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of this kid or whoever it is with all of these patches on your face, and you have to. Now, do you really need that, or is this just for show? And you peel it back. You see that right there?
Yeah.
See that oozing and bleeding?
Oh, God, come on.
Don't ask me again.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so Starface, that's the most popular of the pimple patches for your zits.
Man, when I was in high school, I wish they had some pimple patches, because then all you could do was like take whatever crap the kids would.
Sometimes you'd see kids come to school with that pink Clearasil on their face. Remember that stuff? It was I don't know what the hell it was, a chalky type stuff, and kids would put that on their zits.
Oh, not me.
Well, not me either. I'll say this. Everybody has zits at one time or another, but I was fortunate enough not to go through a period of just massive amounts of zits.
I wasn't so lucky, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's neither here nor there at this particular point.
Well, we got more audio to cover. Holy cow, we've got some audio
right
for
after
you.
we do the Sleezy Trashy Show Biz moment.
That's right. We do. Oh, yeah, we do have the Sleazy Trashy Show Biz report. Well, let's get to wait, let me introduce it properly. If I don't use this, it's not even worth listening to.
The Sleazy Trashy Show Biz report.
There we go.
Taylor Swift. She's taking a few months off from her tour, her Eras tour.
All right.
God, she's making so much money from that. Jeez. Now, where is she staying? Well, it is football season, is it not? So, coming up.
Coming up.
So she's going to stay at Brother Kelsey's house.
Well, wait. No, Jason or which Kelsey's? Her boyfriend's house?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other brother's married.
That's right. The other brother's married, but he's the one who retired.
Yeah.
From the Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she will be staying at his house for a few months. Now, this could be a make it or break it deal. It's all right when you see each other for a while, a week or so, and then all of a sudden you go back and do your thing, and they do that.
Yeah.
But we're looking at each other for a few months now.
We'll see how long this lasts.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, I mean, Taylor's been through her share of men. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'm waiting for the movie or the pictures to come out. Anyway,
hey.
Speaking of bad times or good times, Ben Affleck is buying a $20 million home. And J-Lo is trying everything she can to save her marriage. If he's buying a $20 million home, I'd say that's kind of over. She says she's going to do her best not to try to work so hard, so much, which seems to be at the heart of why they are getting, they're having problems and probably will get a divorce. But $20 million home, whoa.
That's big money right there.
A Tupac Shakur murder suspect says Diddy was involved in ordering the hit on Tupac and Suge Knight. There have been rumors about that for quite a while, but this is a suspect and says that Diddy was involved. So
wow.
We'll see what happens because, again, Diddy was maybe involved in the Notorious B.I.G.'s death as well, because the Notorious B.I.G. wanted to leave Diddy's record label and was getting ready to.
Oh, that's right. Now, how long has it been since Tupac was gunned down?
It's been years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been
It's got to be 10, 15? 30? Holy crap.
Man. And this cat's been running around. Oh, well.
25, okay. Wow, 25
Holy
years.
moly. All right. Well, after he was saying he was done with Marvel movies, Robert Downey Jr., he played Iron Man. He's coming back to Marvel, only he's coming back as a bad guy.
Oh, cool.
He is now Dr. Doom.
Oh, man. I like Robert Downey Jr., man.
Yeah, and he's a smart man. Well, after Cardi B criticized Popeye's new honey lemon flavor, they said, okay, smarty pants. They invited her to their test kitchen to work on new flavors with them. So we'll see.
Well, we'll see what she turns out.
Yeah.
See if it's any better than the lemon. What was the other? The lemon?
Honey lemon.
Honey lemon.
Yeah. And finally, for the new Joker movie that's coming out,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to think about that because I'm used to the Joker being, the laughing crazy guy. Anyway, believe it or not, Lady Gaga, who was in the movie with him, had to learn to sing badly.
I heard about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I heard some audio tracks of her trying to sing awful, off key and so forth.
Yep.
And I guess if you're a professional and you know how to do it and you've strived to really become good at it, trying to sound bad is tough.
Yeah. But, hey, you look at what this is doing for her movie career. The Joker, it was an Oscar winner, if I'm not mistaken, when it first came out. And now they're doing this version, which is supposed to be a little bit more towards the comics. We'll see what happens. But the Harley Quinn I remember was a lot younger and well, anyway, she learned to sing badly. That's your Hollywood update, baby.
All right, got to say hi to our good friend Mike Fields. Mike Fields, engineer deluxe, technoid, whatever. This guy knows everything about anything electronic. I mean, he's a genius. So.
Yeah, I call him our funk brother. That's what he is.
Boy, howdy is he ever.
Yeah, baby.
Also, we got to get to some more audio. It's time for another one of those classic Jack and Ron Leave It to Beaver episodes in our extremely disturbed version of the classic TV show, Leave It to Beaver. Beaver's teacher, Miss Landers, was always on the prowl to somehow do away with Beaver's mom so she could steal Beaver's dad.
She had quite the behind.
Well, enjoy the special feature where Beaver talks about showering in gym class. Listen up.
This is what I want. That's what no way you came from my loins. No way.
Yeah, there you go. Little Leave It to Beaver action for you.
Well, if something happens to Beaver's mom, she can always go to Howard Harris Funeral Services. Get that all.
Great sponsor of our show.
Yeah, get that handle.
Yep, no doubt about it. Let me look here on the list. It looks like we might be ready for the dumbass joke of the day. Here's the deal. We have 3, and I mean 3 really cheesy jokes, exceptionally cheesy jokes to pick from. So we asked Ron to pick one of the cheesy jokes. So yes, again, it's time for Ron to pick his cheese. Number 1 is the barroom meeting. Number 2, the barber. Number 3, the kid and his dad. The barroom meeting, The barber, the kid, and his dad.
Fate.
Which
Fate
one?
has decided this. If you look slightly to your right, Jack, what do you see?
A bar.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
The bar room meeting.
You got it.
A man meets a woman at a bar and asks her, would you have sex with me for $10 million?
Wait a minute. What?
I mean, a guy meets a woman at a bar.
Uh-huh.
He says, would you have sex with me for $10 million? She doesn't miss a beat. She says, yes. The man then says, what about $20? She looks at him and says, what do you think I am, a whore? He says, hey, we've already established you are. Now we're just negotiating. Hey, come on, man.
$10 million. Wait a minute. $10 million?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I might talk to him for $10 million.
There you go. $10 million's a lot.
Yeah, I can always leave the state. Nobody has to know.
You leave the country with that kind of money.
No kidding.
All right, got a second one for you. A man approached his barber during a bustling time. He said, hey, I know you're busy. When can I get a haircut? The barber said, in 2 hours. And the guy comes back in 2 hours. And 3 days later, he visits again and asks the same question. Barber says, oh, you can get a haircut in about an hour. The guy leaves. 2 days after that, he comes back again. When can I get a haircut? The barber says, oh, about 1.5 hours. The guy leaves again. Barber turned to his coworker and said, follow him and see where he goes. Well, in 10 minutes, the coworker comes back and says, hey, I saw where he goes. Your house. Oh. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's kind of like.
I got one more for you.
You're telling on somebody.
I think you'll like this one the best. A son tells his dad, kid says to his father, hey, Dad, I have an imaginary girlfriend. His father kind of shakes his head and says, you could do better. The son says, gee, thanks, Dad. Father says, sorry, son, I was talking to your girlfriend.
Oh.
Hey, there you go. Ho, ho, hi-ho.
Oh, boy.
All right, I believe it's time for Try Bond. This is where we give you 3 words. You got to come up with one word that works with the 3. That's 3 words. You got to come up with one word that works with the 3. Now, this is the one we gave you last week, and we gave you 7 days to think about it, all right? 3 words last week.
Not enough time for me.
No. The 3 words were juice, disease, and jello. Juice, disease, jello. And this one might be just a skosh difficult. However, in my own mind, I thought a 3-legged dog with no tail and an eye patch could get it. Juice, disease, jello. You got it?
You ever think about any healthy dogs, man? It's always.
Do you have the information from the people who was able to get it right?
You know what? I didn't look at the. I knew people were putting up answers, but I didn't have a chance to write those down.
Yeah, go ahead and post these. I think I'm going to try to do it on every Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
So that way people can remember and think about it during the weekend. I'm trying to pull it up. Go and give the answer, and we can.
Well, the actual answer, if you didn't know, Ron.
Wait, hold on again. Give me the 3 again.
Juice, disease, jello.
That disease threw me off. All right, go ahead.
Lime juice, lime disease, lime jello.
And we had a few people get it.
Really?
Yeah, I want to say. Let me just go to my phone real quick and see if I can find it to give them their proper shout outs.
Give them their proper recognition for having accomplished what they set out to.
Yeah, my phone's.
Because in the meantime, I've got another Tribon.
Go ahead and slap it to us.
We'll give you another 7 days to think about this one. Oh, this one is so simple. I'm telling you what, a chicken with no pecker could get this. Big Truck Daddy. I know you're going to get it. Big Truck Daddy. So easy. A monkey with no banana could get this one. Big Truck Daddy. All right? Uh-oh. We got a list of them? Yeah. People who got it right? You can go down a list. Oh, wow. Look at the list of people. All those? I think it's these 4. Amber, Mary, Rose, and Carrie. All got the answer right. Lyme. The Lyme disease that we were talking about? Yeah.
Well, and you were hoping to stump them completely.
I thought we definitely would. But this one here, so easy. You'll have 7 days to think about it, and we'll post it again on our Facebook page and all that kind of thing, and you'll be able to respond there. But in the meantime, 3 words again, Big Truck Daddy. That one is easy. Easy peasy, as they say.
All right. Now, let's move ahead, shall we, to Too Tough Trivia. We gave you 2 Olympic trivia questions today, and I did not see one correct answer on our phones here. So,
by the way, our friend Steve Oakes is watching too. Steve is the creator of Shine Time. We all use that on our vehicles. What's that? You ran out. Oh, I got you.
Is it time for another?
Richard just ran out of Shine Time, so we'll work on it.
We need a deposit.
I use that stuff all the time. Shine Time is really good. Anyway, he's the owner of a company called Biotech, and they manufacture a bunch of different products, but Shine Time is the one we use on our cars to shine them up. Okay, so.
All right, question number 1. What's special about croquet, polo, and tug of war in the Olympics?
I first said I thought they were sports played only by men in the Olympics.
Yes.
And I was wrong. Richard said he thought they were 3 of the original sports to first be played at the first Olympics. I think that's what he said.
Polo?
Yeah.
Polo?
Well, I don't know. So what's the answer to that? Or that's a 2-part question too, right?
Well, I have another question.
Okay.
All right, but for this question, they were among the first 10 sports the Olympics kicked out. They dropped them.
The first 10, and they kicked them out.
What?
Well, kind of, but no, they're the reason that they're the first sports to be kicked out.
Out of the Olympics.
Out of the Olympics. Yeah.
Yeah.
So polo, croquet.
And tug of war.
Tug of war?
Yeah.
Well, I can see tug of war. But
tug of war is kind of bold as they're sitting there. Yeah.
Croquet. I don't even know how that qualifies as a sport.
Is golf an Olympic sport?
I don't believe so.
So, I mean, if you're going to have croquet, you might as well have golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, the other one. Only 2 countries have participated in every game at the Olympics since they started in 1896. Only 2 countries.
I said Greece and the USA.
One.
Greece and the USA. Did I get one of them right?
Yes, you did.
So Greece is definitely.
Yeah. I mean, after all, it's the Olympics. It's got to be Greece.
Right.
It's not the U.S. because I think the
Olympics wait.
For France.
No.
England? Is it one of those countries in that area?
Africa.
Give up.
Give up.
You have to go to the other end of the world.
Russia.
Other end of the world.
Australia. Boom! Daddy got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Greece
Jackie
and
on fire.
Australia. The only 2 countries who've participated in every game at the Olympics since they started in 1896.
Awesome.
There you go.
Awesome.
Now you can go ahead and I don't know, stump them at lunch now. Make a bet.
Hey, tomorrow
morning. Get a free lunch.
Yeah, free donut and coffee tomorrow morning at the office. Okay. There you go. You've got the answers.
Well, I see Miss Howard Harris is checking us out too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, appreciate that. You did hear the one where we were promoting the people who are talking about dying coming to see you. And I don't know, maybe she's complaining about the phone calls she's been getting. Yeah. Well, I tell you what.
Are they phone calls that we've kind of orchestrated? Initiated?
You know what? I'm going to do it again. Licensed funeral director and insurance counselor Audrey Howard Harris, 405-682-1883. She's watching us, and she'll watch over you and your loved ones. Oh, I like the way I said that.
For that final journey, she's the one to call.
That's it, baby.
And set it all up with estate planning, everything, so that your relatives, your loved ones, during their time of grief, and
he wanted a purple casket. No, he didn't. He wanted a black one. You know, all of that kind of stuff will be history.
He wanted to be buried in his car. Well, I like that car. I don't think. No, we're doing it. Oh, anyhow. Those folks do a great job of supporting this show, as does Flasholr, another company that supports the show and has been doing so for a long time. Flasholr, Like we say, Uber moves people, Flasholr moves merchandise, and now they are the game changer in the moving industry. They can take and move everything from one location to another. Drivers and trucks all over the state of Oklahoma. They are now integrated with all of the senior centers in the state of Oklahoma. They have the blueprints, the floor plans to every senior center. So if you've got an elderly individual or someone who's just, wanting to downsize from their house, not have to mess with maintenance, they want to move into a senior center, contact Flasholr, FLASHOLR.com.
Folks, let them do the heavy work for you.
Definitely. And thanks to Othellos letting us come in here each and every week at 12 noon to blow the place up with the #1 video podcast in America. We appreciate you checking out the #1 video podcast in America. We'll do this again next Monday at 1 o'clock. At noon. We've changed the time from 1 now back to noon. We kind of like doing it at noon. Seems like more people
I like that too. Oh, and by the way, did you happen to go to Tulsa this weekend?
I did not.
Oh, see Janet Jackson?
I did not.
Oh, man.
Did you?
She was at Paycom.
She was at Paycom.
Yeah.
What was that? Why I was in Tulsa and nobody knew anything about it?
That's it.
She was at Paycom, dude. Friday night.
Boy.
Or Saturday night, sorry. Yeah.
There's going to be somebody mad at me.
Well,
tickets were super cheap too, man.
How cheap were they?
$15
bucks.
$25. Yeah.
Wow.
$15 and $25 for Janet Jackson.
I mean, you're up there, but yeah.
Yeah, you're in the nosebleed, but you're in the house.
She performed like amazing. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
You went, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
My sister went.
Your sister. Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, well, at least a member of the family went. My brother went. Took his family.
They enjoy it?
Yeah. Loved it.
I'm sure they did.
Loved it.
All right. Well,
send me some video of it. Well, anyway, it was great.
Well, I saw Super Freak last Friday night at Louis on the Lake. So they did. I think they did some Janet Jackson. Oh, anyway, we got to wrap this thing up and get out of here. Thanks to the folks at Othellos, 2 locations, Edmond and Norman, and thanks to Richard for being the executive producer and putting this whole thing together for us. Remember, when you go out to do what you do, do it like Jack and Ron.
Why not?
Do what they do. Be the best at what you do, like Jack and Ron. Go out there, give it 110, 120, 130% effort. Like Jack and Ron, go out there, give it hell.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Good day.